Okay, good morning. Today's February 26th. I call the parole board to order. Time is 8:42. My name is Pete Freeman. I'll be the acting chair. Along with me is Ms. Cheryl Renasta and Mr. Steve Prater. They will be our panel today. Would headquarters staff introduce yourself, please?
Jasmine Thompson.
Okay, would the staff at the prison introduce yourself?
Sergeant Jennifer Gomez of classification.
Okay. And today, Mr. Lopez, you're here for a revocation hearing. Would you please state your name and DOC number?
Zachary Lopez, 711-713.
Okay. And do you have a parole questionnaire in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you sign that questionnaire?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, you realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel. If you wanted counsel, you'd have to hire one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're ready to proceed today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, your case has been assigned to Mr. Steve Prater. Mr. Prater.
Lopez, you doing okay today, huh?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Fine, fine. How long have you been in jail on this absconding charge?
5 months.
Okay. How many?
5 months.
Okay. Well, we're here to talk about the absconding thing. And it's really violations of conditions 2, 3, and 9. And they're really all kind of the same thing. You made yourself unavailable for the probation and parole to find you when they needed to try to find you. What do you have to say about that?
Yes, sir, I did. I was working out of town, and I was also seeing my son who lived in Denver Springs. I apologize, and I will not let it happen again.
How many times have you been on parole in your life? Seems to be frozen up.
My second time?
This
It's
is
your second time? But you are a 5th class offender, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you know the importance of keeping up with your parole officer.
Yes,
And
sir.
you didn't do that. You didn't
Well,
do that.
I have phone records trying to contact my parole officer, but I never got in contact with nobody.
That's excuses. If I was on parole, you'd think we were Siamese twins or something. I'd be so close to my parole officer. Okay. And you owe some money. How much do you owe?
I'm not quite sure how much. I think I owe like $1,000.
Okay. All right. I don't have any other questions. I mean, you gotta make yourself available. It's not our job to go out and try to find you. It's your job to make sure we know where to find you and you're there where you say you're gonna be. And that didn't happen. I don't have any other questions.
Okay, Mr. Prater, I just want to note for the record, he's a 2nd felony offender. So he's not a 5th. Okay, Ms. Renata, do you have any questions?
No, I do not. Thank you.
All right, I have no questions either. Mr. Prater, if you're ready to vote.
Yes, sure. My vote in this case, because of the severity of it, I'm gonna find that he violated conditions 2, 3, and 9, and he should be violated. He's gonna be getting out in a short time anyway, so.
Okay, we have some people to speak on his behalf also. I'm sorry. Let's hear from Ms. Whitney Cummings. I thought they had that sheet. Ms. Cummings?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, tell us what you want us to know about your friend Zachary.
Well, I mean, I know that when he does get out, he has a great support system. I know his mom, he's going to be living with his mom way away from Livingston Parish, which is where the majority of his troubles were. I'm pretty sure. And that's going to be the best thing for him, is if, he lives with his mom in Metairie and not here in Livingston. And he's gonna do very, very well. He's got a really good support system this go round. I will say that much.
Okay, Ms. Cummings, thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Stacy Gleason, mother?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. What do you want us to know about your son?
My son is a great man. I need him home. He needs to be with his son. He needs to be with me. I'm trying to sell my home, and I need him to be here to fix it up, to sell it so we can move into the country. I will make sure that he contacts everyone all the time. I wasn't over the road truck driver. I'm now regional, so I am closer to home all the time now. So I will be able to keep a closer eye on him. I'd like to teach him about driving a truck so he can have a career. And I will make sure he is on his payments, and I will help him with his payments, and I will help him with anything he needs.
Okay,
And he
thank
will
you very
listen to
much,
me
Miss
this time.
Thank- Okay, Mr. Prater, I think now we're ready to vote. I apologize for that. I thought y'all had the list.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Chairman or staff, maybe you could help answer this. I'm reading his official rap sheet, and it says offender class 05. Does that not mean he's a fifth
Right,
offender?
okay, I'm looking at the activity report that says the second. What offender class are you, Mr. Gleason? How many times you been convicted of felons?
I just did jail time twice for felonies.
Okay, that's still on. Okay, I don't have his rap sheet. All right.
It does say fifth on the master prison record. Cajun says fifth.
Okay, so it must be fifth, the error must be on the activity report. Okay, so you corrected me this time. Okay, Mr. Prater.
Um, uh, I'm glad to have heard his mom
Me too.
saying that she would, we don't want to put him back in jail, keep him in jail. We're ready to get rid of him. Okay, but we're ready for him to prove that he can abide by the law. And this is unusual because I'm talking to the mom more than him, and I'm probably out of order doing that, but we got to make sure that he's learned his lesson, that he's going to abide by rules. And if you can't abide by reporting, then you can't abide by selling dope or shooting somebody or whatever. And I'm not saying he did that, okay? But if you can't abide by the small rules, you can't abide by the big rules. But if he's going to, let me ask you something, Mr. Lopez, are you going to move in with your mom?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to spend the nights at your mom's?
Yes, sir. Every night.
Are you going every night? I heard you say just then, because that was a problem. You said you couldn't spend the night there every night and all that. You're going to spend all the nights there, at least until your full-time date and you're off of parole. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, I will.
And you're
Yes,
going to
sir.
get a job where you can work around there, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna change my vote then. And I'm gonna vote to let you out to the care and custody of your mom. And that you, because I'm counting on your word. If you violate the word, I promise you, you know what I'll do. And
Yes, sir.
that's my
Appreciate
vote,
it.
is to give him a severe reprimand as much as we can do, and send him on his way.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Renatz.
I don't think it's up to his mother to be sure that he follows the rules. He's proven to me that he doesn't really care about them, and it's true that he chose to go back to Livingston Parish when I realize he says his son is there, but that's where the trouble is. He was working in Metairie before. I'm just not convinced that he's ready to do what he's supposed to do. We've established he's a fifth felony offender. This isn't his first rodeo. So my vote today is going to be to revoke his parole.
Okay. And my vote, Mr. Lopez, is going to be to reprimand you, and add the special condition that you have electronic monitoring and are to stay at your mother's house.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they can put a bracelet on you. If you're not at your mama's house one night, if they send you back over here, all I can say is I think you lost me in Mr. Prater's vote.
Thank you, sir.
So by a vote of 2-1, Mr. Sherrill, you are not revoked and electronic monitoring is added to your special conditions.
Thank you, sir.
We're gonna close out at Livingston Parish at 8:52.
Thank y'all.
Good job.
Okay, the parole board is called back to order. The time is 8:59. My name is Pete Freeman, along with Ms. Cheryl Renatson and Mr. Steve Prater. We're here now for the revocation on REESE CARSON. We're at Madison Parish. Would staff at Madison introduce yourself?
It's Paul Kamak, video conference officer.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Okay, Mr. Carson, would you state your name and DOC number for the record, please, sir?
Yes, good morning. I'm REESE CARSON. DOC number 764710.
4710, okay. All right, Mr. Carson, you're here today for a revocation hearing. Do you have your parole questionnaire with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel? If you wanted counsel, you'd have to hire it.
Yes, sir.
You want to proceed today without appointed counsel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Carson, your case has also been assigned to Mr. Prater, and there is no people here in favor or against. So, Mr. Prater?
Oh, you're on mute, Mr. Prater.
All right, let's try it again. I'm sorry, Mr. Carson, I was on mute. Are you doing okay today?
Yes, sir. And you?
I'm doing good, thank you. Let me get a couple of things straight. First off, you are a third-class offender, is that correct?
Third class. As of recent. Mm-hmm.
Three previous felonies. And you're here today because of a revocation hearing, because you were on parole and you violated some conditions, or you were suspected of violating some. And the conditions you were suspected of violating are 3, 4, 9, and 10. And really 3 and 9 kind of are the same because they couldn't find you. You absconded and they couldn't find you, and you didn't tell them where you were going to be and that sort of thing. What do you think about that?
It's true for the most part.
True for the most part?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And let's move on to number 4. You were arrested for illegal possession of stolen vehicle, methamphetamine, fentanyl, and paraphernalia. And you were arrested in January of 2025. And you have a jury trial.
Hold
Excuse
on.
me?
No, that's them out there. What on? All right.
Back with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was in January 2025. You were arrested for these serious charges. And you are due, jury trial is set for 3/9 of 2026 in just less than a month, correct?
That was correct. That was correct. But as of now, I've been convicted. I've been convicted to what's it called? Unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and the other charges were dropped.
And so you're not gonna have a jury trial. You've taken a plea bargain basically, and they charge you with unauthorized use of a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And when is your full-time, when you gonna get off, when's your full-time date?
Really, my parole ends this year.
It ends this year, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to.
Yes, sir.
3 months,
Okay.
2 months.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Number 10, you owe $1,134 according to this. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically you're hard to find, you were convicted of a crime, and you owe money, and you're a third-class offender. If I got all that right, I don't really have any other questions.
I have no questions. Ms. Renatson? Okay, Mr. Prater, we're ready to vote.
Okay, my vote is because of violations of 3, 4, 9, and 10 that your parole be revoked as of today.
Yes, sir.
Renatson?
My vote also is to revoke for those reasons.
And I confer with my colleagues for the same reasons. Today your parole has been revoked. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir. So,
They got
Okay, the parole board's called back to order. We are now at Concordia Parish. My name is Pete Freeman. I'm the acting chair along with Mr. Prater and Ms. Renatza. Would staff at Concordia introduce yourself, please? Okay, y'all on mute?
Hello.
Okay, is anybody in there with you, Ms. Creech?
No, sir.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, Ms. Creech, you're here today for a parole hearing.
Yes,
Let me put some information in the record. Tell me your name and DOC number.
Amy Colleen Creech, 599-521.
Okay. Ms. Creech, you're a second felony offender. You have a parole date of 10/28/25, a good time date of 9/3/26, and a full term date of 7/21/32. You're serving a sentence of 9 years for possession of meth, multiple probation violations, possession of meth, probation technical, and possession of tramadol. Does that all sound correct?
Yes,
Okay. Your case has been assigned to Mr. Prater. He will be leading us in questioning. And at the proper time, I will call on Ms. Tabitha Deal, your sister, who is here in your support. Okay, Mr. Prater.
Hey, Ms. Creech, tell us what's been going on in your life since your arrest. And I believe that was, you were sentenced in 2024, or you were revoked and had to go to prison in 2024 because you kind of failed out of drug court. Is that correct? I've got that right?
that's correct.
Okay, tell us why now, since December of 2024, in the last 12, 13, 14 months, what you've done to make us feel like that you're ready to get out.
When I was placed at LCIW, I completed reentry court. The reentry program, and also completed Living in Balance, Substance Abuse 1 and 2. I was involved in the yoga program there and did a lot of reading and self-growth. I came back to my parish where I revoked myself to go ahead and just serve out my time because I really appreciated the time alone to think and grow and to expand as a human. Since coming down to Concordia and finally being able to work, I've excelled at my job. I love my job. I love the people I work with, and I've just had a lot of time to feel like I've become somebody that I can be proud of.
What kind of programming have you had? Again, I know you've told me some of it, but what's your problem is substance abuse. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that. What have you done? Because it's been just a short period of time, and once you're an addict, you're always an addict. I guess you know that. So how can we as a panel be assured that you're going to not go right back to the old habits?
Well, that's true. Really, substance abuse, I feel, is a symptom of a disease. When I was arrested at a time in my life when I needed to be sat down and be given the perspective on my overall life. Prior to that, I had lost so much and pretty much given up hope for ever getting back to a place where I could be happy again, where I wanted to be. I chose to be absent in my life, and having this time being taken away from everything made me realize that I don't have to be absent, that I can be present and be positive in my overall life. And it gives me focus on taking care of what I still have left, and that I can fight for myself. I've done over 50 hours of AA and NA courses. I just feel like a whole different person.
Okay. I'd like to hear from your sister, and then I'll come back and myself and my compadre will have some more questions for you. But let's hear from your sister what she got to say.
Okay, Ms. Deal, Tabitha Deal.
Good morning, you guys, and thanks for allowing me to be here. I think Amy touched on a few things that I think might need some elaboration. So, my sister and I's relationship has been strained over the years. I was previously living in Columbus, Ohio, and I just recently moved back to Louisiana, but through the years before her arrest and then and afterwards as well, as she had been popping around to different facilities, it was really hard to connect when we would speak to each other. It was like two different worlds, didn't have anything really like in common to connect over. Felt very forced in conversations and things like that. And reflecting back, Amy had been through a lot. She hasn't ever said it really, but you can tell by her self-destructive behavior, and then the things that she would be focused on was really avoiding all of the things that she needed to work on and kind of process and get through. And over time, as we've had conversations like that has dissipated. We've been able to connect. Her she didn't feel like she deserved to be happy or be stable or be, and she lost a child as a mother. I can't imagine, but it is just so difficult. I don't want to imagine. So I could kind of see why she wanted to kind of drown herself away and why she felt like she didn't deserve to be with the rest of them, and just, put herself in this space that she was in. And, her attitude and her rhetoric, whenever we speak, has changed dramatically over time. She talks about the things she wants to do. She talks about wanting to build those bridges back and go through the work that it takes to reclaim custody and to build her life. She was so excited to work. She was so excited every time she was like learning about something new, and then talking about how she was going to apply that in her life when she got out. Like those are things I had not heard from my sister in years, So, and that's been going on for the last couple of years. When she was first incarcerated, when she was going through rehab programs, initially, she had that same mentality, and it has clearly shifted and lifted into something else. She has plans, she has goals, and the way she's demonstrated what she's doing with her free time, where it's limited as to what she can get into, I'm sure, and where she is, but her intention and her interest in where she's putting that energy speaks volumes to me, in conflict with, the words that weren't spoken previously. And, I don't know for sure one way or another. She was in that headspace before when she was going through drug court and all of that. So who knows whether it would have made a huge difference or not. But I would like to point out too, she didn't have the support system. Then she didn't have a car. It was difficult for her to get around. She would tell me she was trying to find a ride here or there, where somewhere she needed to be, where she was responsible for being at that time, and had difficulty doing that when she was trying to do it. And I think now that she's had an opportunity to be in work release, and she's got maybe a little funds behind her back, she's got the intent and the goal to go establish herself and get on the right path out in society. That's a big part of it, but she also has a support system now that she was missing before. A support system with boundaries, but a support system nonetheless, which I think will be
Wrap it up
beneficial
for us,
for her.
ma'am.
Sure. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, we thank you for participating today. Gave us a lot of good information. Mr. Prater? You want to continue with questions?
What is your residency plan when you get out? If we were to grant this, I'm curious what your residency plan is, because I thought you were going to live maybe with your sister. And then, but it says in your application that was filled out, that you were going to live with your husband.
We both are going to be staying with her. Well, he's not really. I'm still going to be with him, but he's not with me. I'm staying with my sister.
Okay, well, what about the husband? I mean, are you both staying there or just you staying there?
I'm staying there. He's working on getting on his own feet while I get on mine. And if we can't agree on things, then we'll part ways.
Tabitha, what you think about that?
I'm not supporting a grown man, period. Um, I will, my sister is welcome to stay. My aunt and uncle have also offered her a place out there with them. She's welcome to stay. Like I said, I've got really strong boundaries. So I won't tolerate any drug use or drama or shenanigans, and I will not allow a grown man to come and stay with me.
This whole residency thing's a little iffy for me. When's the last time, Amy, when's the last time that you were disciplined or you had some kind of disciplinary report written on you and while you've been incarcerated?
In what was it? I was at LCIW and I received a write-up for having a leave medication outside of the bottle. That was my last write-up, and that was in 2024.
Right. 2024, and you had 9 bus bars, right?
Yes, sir. That was my own medication, but I did not have the KOP, which means to keep on person.
Okay. And how many of those do you normally take a day? How many were you prescribed to take a day?
2.
2?
Yes.
And you had amassed 9 of them, right?
Yes.
Why?
There were some mornings that I couldn't get up because we had to get up and take our medication early in the morning, like 4 in the morning. And I would save them from the night before, and I just accumulated from not taking them.
I mean, but because that particular medicine, I did a little bit of research on it, that can be abused too. You know, and it seems strange to have 9 of them that you kept in a plastic bag.
I wasn't abusing them. I just saved them for when I needed them.
Okay. But that was when you first went to prison, correct?
Correct.
And since then, you've had these courses. So that doesn't go, I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about me understanding it. It gives me some comfort, but okay. I'll turn it over to my panel to see what they got to say, huh?
Okay, I have a couple questions. Do you have contact with your children?
Not currently.
Not currently. Okay, who has the children right now?
My first and my last child are with my parents.
Okay. All right, and you have work release over there?
Correct.
And what job do you have?
I work in a kitchen.
Okay. Do you get paid?
Correct.
Okay, how much money have you saved?
$750.
Okay, and what they're paying you, probably not.
Barely anything.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to see if you were saving your money.
Mhm.
And one thing I'm noticing is that you don't have your good time on it. It's you only have 10 days. And according to what I read, you should have a lot more than 10 days. Probably enough to be almost to your good time date. But anyway, that's not for us, that's for classifications. Mr. Renatze, any questions?
So do you have contact with your parents?
Very little. That's something I hope to amend though.
Where do they live? Near your sister?
They, yeah, probably about 45 minutes away.
What's your employment plan whenever you're released, whenever that is?
Oh, all my, well, most of all of my work history is in the restaurant business, front house, back house. I have over 10 years experience working in the kitchen. Like it's not hard for me to find work. I fit right in.
So that's what you plan to go back to doing.
'Cause yes, ma'am, I love cooking. I love working in kitchens.
Good. And I think my colleagues have asked all the questions I was going to ask. So that's it for me, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. All right, Mr. Prater, are you ready to vote?
Yes, sir, I am. Amy, you sound really sincere and I believe you. And I think that you're on the right path, but I'm bothered about the residency plan. I'm bothered about the short length of time that you've been incarcerated. You are in work release now. You've got a short turnaround time anyway. My vote is to deny this and to continue to give you perspective or introspective on yourself and the kind of person you are, and mending relationships with your parents and your sister, continuing to build that relationship and possibly with your kids or whatever. But I think you're right where you need to be at this particular time. I'm not convinced that you're okay. That's
Okay,
my
Mr.
vote.
Knox?
I do agree, Amy. I think you're on the right track. I'm glad you just still seem a little uncertain. Um, and that's a little concerning. I am concerned about the bus part. You are prescribed that medication, but the prescription is to take it as prescribed and not to hoard it for when you think you need it. And that's a little concerning to me. I'm so glad that you're at a place where you say you love the folks, you love your job, you love the people, and I think that's going a long way towards your self-discovery. But I do think you have a little more work to do in that regard. So, because you have a close proximity to your good time date, and I hope that you do investigate some good time credits that you probably owed. My vote today is going to be to deny.
And I concur, for the same reasons. I think you definitely there. And I also would definitely check on that. I know it looks like you're owed some good time. But today your parole has been denied. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Man, I need to talk to her right there.
In just a minute.
Okay, we're back in session time, 9:32. My name is Pete Freeman. I'll be your acting chair, along with Ms. Cheryl Renatza and Mr. Steve Prater. We're here today for the revocation hearing on ANDRA Cooks. Mr. Cooks, state your name and DLC number for the record.
Andre Cooks, 773174.
Okay, and Mr. Cooks, did you get a form or questionnaire about appointed counsel?
Yes, sir. And I wanted to in the court yesterday they told me to let y'all know that our charges has been dismissed on me.
Yeah, we've had 3 different cases on this same gun.
Yes, sir.
So they dismissed the charges yesterday?
Yes, sir. I ain't got no more charges.
Probation officer, Mr. Cameron Easterling, do you know about that?
No, sir.
Okay, is there any way you could check for us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please check for us as quickly as you can. Thanks.
Absolutely.
All right, Mr. Prater, the case that you're not eligible for appointed counsel, so do you want to proceed today?
If I don't proceed today, what will happen?
No, you need to proceed. Your charges are disposed of, so we need to proceed.
Yes, sir.
You would just sit there in jail until one day you have this hearing, so you gotta have it.
Yes,
But
sir.
you can try to wait and get counsel if you want, but other than that, we need to proceed, okay?
Yes, yes, sir. Because our charges was dropped yesterday, so I'm ready.
Okay, so you do want to proceed?
Yes, sir, because our charges was dropped.
Yes, sir, I understand, we understand. I saw that you had a court date. Okay, Mr. Cooks, your case has been assigned to Mr. Prater. Mr. Prater?
Yes, sir. How are you, Mr. Cook?
All right.
Okay, when you get out on parole, you sign a document that says you'll agree by certain conditions. You're supposedly violated condition 2, 4, and 5. Number 2 is the first one we'll talk about. You failed to report to your parole officer July through December of 2025. Is that correct?
No, sir. I had when I first got out, I reported as soon as I came home within the 48 hours, and then like he told me whenever I start working, I can start paying. So I had got a job. I was finna start working at the metal plant. And like, he told me he'll start coming to my house. And when he only came out one time, and I used to call, me and my mother used to call him, and he'll be like he was busy, or he'll be like he out of town. And he told me I had to report to the sheriff office in Delhi, but when I reported one day, he wasn't even there. And then like some months later, I had got a new parole officer, and he showed up to my house one time, and I ain't see him ever again either.
So it's their responsibility to find you.
I was showing, like, I was calling and everything, and I was had a job, and I would have my mother call too and stuff. Like, I got the numbers and everything in my mother's phone.
Where were you working?
At the metal, I started off at the farmer grain. Then I went, and then after the season was over, I went to the metal plant. And he was giving me enough time because I was finna pay everything at one time. I had a nice job, and he told me understand. He said he was gonna let me pay everything at one time.
What were the hours of that job you was working?
It was from 7 o'clock in the daytime to 8 o'clock at night.
Every day?
Every day, 7 days a week.
Okay. Well, and evidently it wasn't on December the 15th when you was arrested.
Oh, that I can explain to what happened prior to that day right there too.
Okay.
Like, when I got arrested that day right there, like, I had just left my mother's house because that's my address, 113 Twitter Street. That's where I stay at. And the house that I got arrested at, I was off that day and stuff like that. And I was going to get some work boots and stuff, and get my clothes and stuff from their house so I can go back to work the next day. I still got all my long sleeves and everything from the job right now at my house. They had told my mother whenever I get out, I can come back to the job. I would be able to get my job back, and I can start working.
You went by there to get your boots and your work clothes.
I had some boots, like, it was some different kind of boots that I needed, and they had some over there, and they was giving them to me to have so I can wear them to work and stuff. Cause I had like water boots, and we couldn't use water boots at the job that I was at. So I was working in water boots.
And then you fell asleep over at their house.
No, sir, I ain't fall asleep. When I got, like, when I was there, I was like, they auntie, like, they mother is like kin to me, like I'm kin to the McDowell. But like, I had went there to grab my stuff, and by the time I was finna come out and stuff, like, the police and stuff had came in there and stuff.
So you wasn't in bed.
No, so I ain't had no knowledge of nothing that was going on. I stay all the way on 113 Twitter Street. You can ask my mama the time I left and everything. I'm not.
But when you get out of jail, you supposed to be hanging around other felons?
No, so I wasn't hanging around. No, so I wasn't hanging around. I just went there to grab some things, and I was leaving right back out. Like, cause I know one thing. Sir?
What bothers me is you got 3 felons, and you got a gun, stolen gun, with 3 felons in a room. You supposed to be, you saying you're at work, but you're not. You're going by to get your boots from work. It sounds like a bunch of stuff.
Like,
to
I
me.
ain't had no knowledge of nothing. I swear. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and just tell no stories. Like, I ain't had no knowledge of nothing. I was just
I know
going.
you're not.
I was just going to get something. Like, I love to work, because I used to tell this man right here, when he used to see me, he always asked me, did I have a job? I used to say, yes, sir, I have a job. And I got papers showing that I was working and stuff. I got form that I had income coming in. So, because I was finna get ready and pay all my stuff off. Like, I'm not even a bad person or nothing. I just.
We're not, don't misunderstand. I'm not saying you're a bad person.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm saying that you did some bad things in the past, and you may have done some bad things since you've been out. And that's what we're here talking about. So we talked about failing the report for 6 months. We talked about the arrest with two other felons in the room and a stolen firearm. And I think that's all I need to talk about. I'll
Yes,
turn it over to my panel.
yes, sir.
I'm gonna see if Mr. Easterling, do you have anything to say?
I did speak with the ADA, Mr. Doug Wheeler in Richland Parish a while ago, and he did state that they did decline to go through the charges in open court yesterday.
Okay, you want to comment on anything else he said, Mr. Easterling?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Renazzo, you have any questions? You're on mute, Mr. Renazzo.
Sorry. I'm confused as to why you had to go over there for your boots.
I had got some new boots from them. Like they had gave me some more boots, like cause the ones I was working in, that was water
Right,
boots.
I understand that. So they gave you the boots. That's why you went over there to pick up the boots that
Yes,
they
ma'am.
gave you.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. They
It's not
gave
like
me.
you left them there
No, ma'am. I ain't leaving.
before.
No, ma'am.
Okay, I don't have any other questions. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Mr. Prater, are you ready to vote?
Sure I am.
Okay,
My vote is to revoke his parole based on violation of condition number 2, failing to report July through December of 2025. Violation number 4, he was arrested in the presence of 2 other felons with a stolen firearm that was in the vicinity, and that's my reasons for voting that way.
Ms. Renazzo?
My vote is the same for violating conditions number 2 and 4.
My vote is to not revoke, but unfortunately today, your votes are 1-2, so your parole has been revoked.
That's it, baby.
Okay, we're now at St. Tammany Parish Jail. My name is Pete Freeman. I'm the acting chair. Along with me is Mr. Steve Prater and Ms. Cheryl Renata. We are the panel today. We're here for the revocation hearing on Jessie Leonard Hayes. Jessie, would you state your name and DOC number for the record?
Yeah, it's Jessie Leonard Hayes, 486410, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Hayes, did you get a parole questionnaire?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign that questionnaire?
Yes, sir.
You realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you want to proceed today without appointed counsel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Hayes, your hearing was assigned to me. I'm gonna read the conditions that you violated, and then we'll get down to what it's all about. And basically, you violated number 3 and 9, which basically are the same thing, saying that you moved from Donaldsonville and that you took a taxi to Base St. Louis, and that's where you were picked up. So tell me what went on with all of that.
I moved out of Donaldsonville to try to find a better place to live. And I was trying to find my dad too. He's going through some cancer that he's dying really bad. So I went from Gonzales to Homa to Slidell and Ponchatoula or Tula.
Mhm.
I could not get a hold of my dad until the very end, and he was about to die. And whenever I did get a hold of my dad, my sisters was driving, and they came to pick me up. Well, they did not take me to Bay St. Louis. I ended up in Bay St. Louis on accident because I was trying to find a homeless shelter once my dad left me. Him and my sisters went back up north to Indiana, and he wasn't able to drive, but we was crowded in that car, and I had my tools with me, like some big totes that had tools, and I had a big bag of clothes. So I didn't have no way of really doing anything other than putting them on a walker, which I have a roller, and that's how I was getting around because my dad had to leave, and I didn't have nowhere to go. I was going to a homeless shelter, so I had the money to call a taxi to take me to the closest homeless shelter, and they took me to Goodwill. I put all the stuff in the back of Goodwill because they was closed already at 7 o'clock at night. And come find out that was not a homeless shelter. That was just a Goodwill thrift store. So I called the police and told them that I was from Louisiana, that I need somebody to come pick me up. And they sent the two sheriff's officers out there. They was cool with me. I told them I'm on parole, that I'm not supposed to be nowhere outside Louisiana. And they was cutting up with me and being cool with me, saying that we're just going to house you at our jail until Louisiana come pick you up. You're not getting charged with nothing. And I signed the extradition papers. Louisiana came and picked me up 12 days later. On November the 13th, I got here in Louisiana, St. Tammany.
Okay.
I didn't want to violate. I haven't been drug free now, sir, for 10 years. I didn't want to violate, go hang out in nobody's house or anything. I just wanted to see my dad, and they wouldn't let me come to the church I was living at. I told my parole officer, which is Mr. Queen. He's my new parole officer, actually, but I talked to him one time. I told him things weren't really going right there. And I didn't tell him about the whole payments and everything of the people, at the church I was living in. It wasn't like a big church. It was a little tiny mission. I have a back pay that came off my SSI check, and I put that in on the house in Mission. That was $3,000 or $2,500, and another check fully for $3,500. Now that last check has to go to my lawyer, and she wants me to throw all that money for her.
Where is your lawyer?
He's online, or he's in New York, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was a bogus deal, but I never really need a lawyer.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to some
Yes,
other.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. just say at the preliminary hearing, he stated he did not want to be a part of the occult anymore.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you right now, that church is not right. I mean, yes,
Okay,
the
so,
lady believes in Jesus Christ. That's
okay, all right, so that's why you left the church? Why'd
Yeah.
you call your probation officer? I mean, when you left the church?
Actually, this phone got taken from me, sir. My personal phone, she pretty much took it because she says I've been ruining her internet up and I ain't been paying her bills on the internet. So she took the phone.
Who took the phone?
Miss Angel Nichols. We call her Apostle Angel, but she owns the place. And her brother kind of runs it because she don't even stay there. She stays in Texas.
Okay.
Her husband, which is an ex-sex offender, stays there.
Okay,
Sir, I didn't do no violations, like smoke no dope or weed.
I understand. We're looking at everything you did, but we gotta figure out what we're gonna do with you. You're SSI, so you can't go to our programs that you would be qualified for. So you kind of got us in a quandary here. Okay, do any of my colleagues have any, also about your fees? Why didn't you pay any fees?
I have paid fees, sir.
Okay, you're currently 2,240 in arrears.
Yes, sir. The last payment I paid was July, I think. But I'm ready to pay payments every month now because I get almost $994. I'm able to pay the payments now.
Okay.
Because of the fact I don't have her harassing me, telling me that other bills need paid, all this.
Where you live if we let you out? Where you gonna go live now?
I got the address right here, sir.
What is it?
Mrs. Lorraine and Mr. Williams. That's in 207 Highway 434 here in Lacombe, Louisiana. I have never lived here before. My family.
Well, how do you know about these people? What are
they? He helps people out that's in jail and whatever that needs a place to live, and he has a property that's big enough to house me, or that I could live there. Like I told him I'm handicapped, but I'm not completely handicapped. I have a later that I had a stroke back in 2020, and
I got you.
Okay, I don't know where to really go around here. I don't want to go back to Donaldsonville.
I hear you.
I don't need to go back to Lake Charles though. My Calcasieu Parish, where I call my church. I don't need to go back there.
No, you need to be living with some kind of family, but there's none here. Okay, do my colleagues have any questions? Ms. Renati, you're on mute again.
Sorry. How did you end up in Louisiana?
I got out of jail back in 2003, and I came down here with my mother, and she passed away in 2014.
Your family's in Indiana. The other families in Indiana, is that where you're originally from?
Originally from Georgia.
Georgia. You don't have any family there now?
I got a brother. He's in jail. He's messing up. I can't hang out with him no more.
I see. Okay, that's all I got. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Prater?
You say you hadn't done drugs in 10 years?
Yes, sir. I haven't done no drugs at all. No illegal drugs at all.
But aren't you in jail on a drug charge?
Yes, sir. Manufacturing methamphetamine, sir. 2011, December the 4th, 2011, I got caught.
So you were making meth, but you weren't using meth.
At the time I was using, and I got caught making it.
But that's in 22.
No, sir. Not in 2022. I ain't going to charge in 2022. It's 2011.
He got paroled in 2022.
Yes, sir.
So on my report, it says that was the sentence date.
Oh, no, sir. I got in prison. I went to jail 2011. I got to prison, Allen Correctional Center in 2014, I believe, or late
Maybe
2013.
so, but the master record says you were sentenced on 6/19 of 22 for possession with intent methamphetamine
Oh, no, sir.
and for operation of a lab.
That's
Okay,
2000.
it's, I just want to make sure
That's
it's
parole.
not me. I mean, something's wrong.
That's
with
not the parole entry, Mr. Prater?
No, I see it also. It does say on the master prison, that's the date he was sentenced, but it also shows his good time release under Act 280 was on June 19th of 22. So it is a little confusing because his total sentence was 15 years.
Yeah,
It's hard to ask questions when you don't get accurate information, but it's not your fault. Okay, thank you. I don't have anything else. I don't.
I would like to clear this up too. My birthday is 1/6/1983, not 1/4/1983.
Can we see that too?
Okay,
I also see you're a fourth felony offender.
Really?
Really?
Well, I mean, I don't know what all the felonies really are. That I've messed up a lot when I was younger.
Okay, all right, okay, panel ready to vote?
We'll get to the bottom of your rap sheet and try to get all this straightened out. I guess somebody will do that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I suppose I am.
Mr. Hayes, this is a real tough case. But bottom line is you're a fourth class offender. You knew you shouldn't be going out of state. You knew you should have stayed in touch with your probation officer. And quite frankly, you still don't really have anywhere to go. You're just going with some people you don't know at all. And I don't know if that's an approved residence plan by probation and parole or not. But today my vote is going to be to revoke. Ms. Renatza?
Agree. I'm concerned about the residence plan. So my vote today is to revoke with the recommendation that we use, try to get a transition specialist to work with you to help you figure out some kind of reasonable transition plan.
Okay.
Good luck to you, sir.
I have another address, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Prater?
Carl.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hayes, today your parole has been revoked. They'll get paperwork to you when you can reapply, and we'll get a transition specialist over there to talk to you. Good luck to you.
I'm gonna ask you for this. They're gonna ask you if you got that with you. There's Neil's face this morning.
Good morning. My name is Pete Freeman. Today's time is 10:06, calling the parole board back in session. Along with me on the panel with Ms. Cheryl Renatza and Mr. Steve Prater. We're now going to Jefferson Parish. Would staff at Jefferson identify yourself, sir?
Good morning, Deputy IBJ Marlboro with the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office.
Okay, Mr. Marlboro, do you have inmate Andrew Dixon?
Yes, I do. He's right here.
Okay. Morning. Mr. Dixon, you can have a seat if they got a chair, but it's up to you. Make sure we can see you.
Pull up.
Yeah, pull up. Yes, yes, yes. That's good. That's good. Okay, Mr. Dixon, please state your name and DOC number for the record.
Andrew Dixon, 539-859.
Okay. Mr. Dixon, do you have a parole questionnaire with you?
That's what you got there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you sign that questionnaire?
Yes, sir, I did.
You realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel. If you wanted counsel, you'd have to hire it.
I'm not eligible for it?
No, well, no, sir, not according to that paper, correct? Correct.
Yes, sir.
So do you want to proceed today without an attorney or you wish to hire one?
I'll proceed.
Okay. Your case has been assigned to me. Okay. All right. Mr. Dixon, let's see what you're alleged to have violated. Condition number 4. You are engaged in, I will not engage in any criminal activity. You engaged in criminal conduct when you committed the offense of possession of Schedule II drug, Tapendal, as evidenced by your arrest by the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office on 5/5/25. How do you plead to that charge?
Plead not guilty to it, sir.
Okay, tell me what went on.
Sir?
Tell me what went on.
Okay, on my way, I was at work at J.C. Penney. I was employed at J.C. Penney. And I was called by my sister telling me that my son was kind of whacked out or whatever. I got a 19-year-old boy. He's incarcerated right now. I just went to jail probably like a week or so ago. I rushed to him to go get to him, and he had these pills. That's what he was on. I took them from him. I stay in Avondale, Louisiana. I took the pills from him, put them in my pocket, and was on my way home. And on my way home, I got pulled over by the Jefferson Parish officers, and they got them out of my pocket. So
You didn't stop and have a drink on the way home?
I had took a drink by my sister's house. I did. I could get that.
Okay. Were you found sleeping in your car, Mr.
I pulled over on the shoulder of the car because I got kind of dizzy. Maybe from I pulled over on the shoulder. I didn't kept driving. I pulled over on the shoulder because I was kind of dizzy, and I had been up all day also from working. I work in the warehouse at J.C. Penney's.
Okay, what were the 3 separate packages in the cellophane packing?
I mean, I believe that's the Pentadol, the stuff that they charged me. I believe that's what that is.
And 3 separate packages. Why was it in separate packages?
That's how they come. That's how it was when I took them from my son.
Okay. And then you also were charged with being in arrears on your fees of $693. When's the last time you paid on your fees?
When I first came home, I was working at Pee Wee's Crab Cake. That didn't work for me, so I wound up working at J.C. Penney's. But while I was at J.C. Penney's working, I'm really a single father, sir. My baby mama died, and I've been trying to do for my son that's backwards and forward in trouble. So I'm guilty of not paying him also for that. But now that his grandmother then stepped in, I'll be able to try to pay and make sure I get it done.
And what's going on with the charges?
I was supposed to be going to court this morning, where they said 1 o'clock.
So you're supposed to go to court on the charges today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do my colleagues have any questions?
No.
It's hard for me to pay for counsel by me being in jail and working.
I understand. Mr. Prater, you have any questions?
So your story is you got these pills from your son.
Yes, sir.
Because you knew he didn't need them. You had a drink.
I took them from him. Yes, sir.
Did you take any of these pills?
No, sir, I didn't. No, sir, I didn't. I tried to get them since I've been in jail to run them blood tests on me and everything when I first came to jail, sir. No, sir, I didn't.
Because that's like oxycodone, and it makes you drowsy.
I mean, I don't really know what kind of pills they are. I just know that.
I don't have any questions. We just got to decide if that's a believable story or not. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, is the panel ready to vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Dixon, I'm sorry, but I don't believe it's a believable story. I mean, you were sleeping when the cop got there. He had to turn the car off, and then you got out of the car. So my vote today is going to be that you're in violation of condition number 4 and number 10, and my vote is to revoke. Mr. Prater?
Sir.
Mr. Renatz?
My vote also is to revoke for those reasons.
Okay, today your parole has been revoked. You will be getting a letter in the mail telling you when you're eligible for another hearing. Good luck to you, sir. Okay, we're back in session at Jefferson Parish Prison. Now we're here for the revocation hearing on Denzel Roy. Mr. Roy, would you state your name and DOC number for the record?
Good morning, Denzel Roy, 588205.
Okay, Mr. Roy. Do you have a parole questionnaire with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you signed that questionnaire?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel, that if you wanted counsel, you'd have to hire it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you want to proceed today without appointed counsel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, I was given your hearing, so I'm gonna lead in the questioning. First off, did you go to trial on 1/26/26 or not?
No, sir, I did not go to trial because my lawyer, they say that they had an old trial that they wanted to proceed with. So my lawyer objected because we are ready to start trial and proceed with trial because it had been notified for the record that we not accepting any plea deals, but they say they had the older case in the division that they wanted to proceed with before mine.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna read the conditions it's alleged you violated. And we'll go from there. All right, it's stated that you violated condition number 4. I will not engage in any criminal activity nor associate with people known to be in criminal activity. I will avoid bars, casinos, and refrain from illegal use of drugs. You failed this as evidenced by your arrest on 12/2/24 by Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office for the charge of aggravated assault with a firearm. How do you plead to that charge?
Plead not guilty, sir.
Okay, tell me what went down. Why she says that you had a gun in your waist and you
Okay,
pulled.
because it was a situation that took place with me and my kid's mother are together, but this is a cousin of hers. They got into an argument with them two. It had nothing to do with me, sir. Prior to that, like I have no only knowledge I have of knowing this girl of through my girlfriend. Like, I don't have no knowledge of who she is to be able to for her to be able to say like, oh, she know me. So now that I have no knowledge of who she is. Now, have I seen her before? Yes, I've seen her before. But did I point a gun at her? I did not point a gun at her. I do not own a firearm. I do not engage in no type of criminal activity. Prior to this, I did 11, almost 12 years incarcerated prior to this. I have no knowledge of this female. I came home on the right path. I came home, got me a job because in the midst of me coming home, my girlfriend was pregnant. My mother-in-law passed away, which is my girlfriend mama, and I had to, and it was like it wasn't like I was just doing everything to try to make sure that my family stayed sane because we was going through a rough time. So, but all this that she made up, this is a total, complete, like, this is untruthful. None of this is she saying the truthful. That's why with my case, I will be proceeding with trial. My lawyer told me to not accept any plea deals, that we will be proceeding with trial. If you can look at it, like none of this that she's stating about me is true. None of it at all. I don't have no knowledge of what she mean by no gun. I didn't point no gun at anybody. I didn't engage in any type of criminal activity. I don't do none of that at all.
Let's hold up for 1 second. I move for executive session. I think we need to discuss some matters in this case before we proceed.
I'll second.
Okay, we're gonna go to executive session to discuss some matters. We'll be back with you in a second.
Okay. That's not true, bro. It look like you have.
Okay, Mr. Roy, we're back in session. We're back from executive session. Do I have a motion to go back into regular session?
I move.
I second. So we'll go back into regular session. Mr. Roy, at this time, I feel uncomfortable about making a decision on your case till you go to trial. Because your main violation is that charge. So we need to know what happens at trial before we decide what we're gonna do with you. So we're gonna continue this hearing and we'll reset it after this charge is disposed. Do you understand?
The thing about it is though, why, like the reason why that I had talked to my regular parole officer, Miss Candice Morocco, is because, sir, like I understand what you're saying, but to my knowledge of it, like, you know, these allegations are completely false against me. Like these allegations are completely false against me, and like, you know, I have a sick child that was born right before these allegations was made against me. And that's why, like, you know, like it's pain and suffering right now just for me sitting up here, and I just served 12 prior years to this, sir. Like, you know, like I didn't do nothing wrong, and to just be set back right in this matter again.
How long have you been in there? You've been in there over a year, huh?
I've been here over a year, sir. Yes, sir. And only thing they completely keep on doing with my case
And
is
you're supposed to have a trial date, and when you went, they put another trial before you. I'm gonna make a motion that we set a $5,000 parole bond on you with the condition that you stay away from that girl.
yes, sir.
Okay, that is my
I
motion.
concur to allow
Okay.
bond.
And Mr. Prater?
I concur.
Okay, so we're gonna set a bond on you because you have been in there over a year and you did have a trial date that was passed because of other matters. So, but you best stay away from that girl until you come back,
Yes, sir.
okay?
So can I
All right.
ask you this question though, by you saying that a $5,000 parole bond, can you explain to me? I don't really like, you know, I don't really know what that means.
So you can bond out now. So you don't have to sit in jail. We're setting a bond on you. We're not gonna hold you any longer.
So for the entire case, my bond is $5,000?
That's for this case. Now, they could have prior, I don't know what your bond was set at originally. So, I mean, that I can't mess with, but I can mess with the probation bond. So we're voting to continue, and we also set a probation bond of $5,000. Good luck to you, Mr. Roy.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You know, on that, you gotta put
Okay, parole board back in session. Now we're at Orleans Parish Prison. First case we're gonna have is Mr. William Bose. His DOC number is 627-599. Mr. Bose is represented by counsel. Would you please introduce yourself for the record, please, ma'am?
Yes, my name is Erica Hodges. I'm an attorney at Orleans representing William Bose.
Do you have another device on? Because you're echoing.
I don't. I believe that there might be somebody else that's not muted.
Okay, you're
I
good.
think that's the jail, maybe.
Okay. Okay. All right. So do we want to try to get him to introduce himself? I guess we can. No. Okay. All right. So here, Ms. Renats is in charge of this hearing, so I'm gonna turn it over to Ms. Renats.
Yeah. Did the lawyer want to say something?
Yes, just briefly, Mr. Bowles is not on this call, and for the record, I did want to explain why.
We understand. We already have it.
Okay, so I just wanted to formally waive his presence in this.
Thank you. We appreciate that. So let me just, for the record, state a few things, and then we'll talk about the plan y'all have worked out for him. So Mr. Bowles' DOC number is 627-599. He is accused of violating the conditions of his parole. And specifically condition number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 10, which the majority of which have to do with violation of a protective order. We do have the information from the attorney about his medical condition and why he's currently hospitalized and unable to be here. I do believe he has a full term expiration date, which is in July 10th of 2026. He's been detained since October 20th, 2025. And I believe during that period of detainment, he's undergone several medical procedures. And so I'd be interested to hear what the plan of action is. It's my understanding that you've worked out a plan where he would reside with his partner, who is not the person against whom the protective order was filed, and that protective order remains active until 2028. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so you want to tell us a little bit on the record what that plan would be?
Yes, of course. I'll just speak briefly, and then if you're willing to hear from Ms. McDonough, who's a client advocate, who has devised this plan. We have several programs that he'll be involved in. Ms. McDonough is going to go into them more extensively, but more specifically, I wanted to note as far as his medical care, I believe he is on Medicaid, and so will be most likely getting treatment at the same facility. And his partner, who I want to reemphasize is not the person that has the protective order, is eager to have him home and to care for his medical needs. As far as other treatment and plans, I'm going to turn that over to Ms. McDonough to speak.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. McDonough.
Hi, my name's Megan McDonough. I'm a social worker with the Orleans Public Defenders. And Mr. Bowles is a recipient of Social Security. He's been a recipient of Social Security, I believe, since he was a teenager. And if he were to be released now, he will not have to reapply for those benefits. But I would be able to help him re-establish them through the FAIR program, which would help him with the benefits and, to the extent that he's capable, any kind of employment if he's interested. But as the board knows, it is primarily his medical and mental health needs that we need to address, which I have done by referring him to an ACT team, and that's the highest level of care that you can receive outside of the hospital setting. So there will be people that will come visit him at his partner's home 1 to 2 times a week. And in addition to that, I will help him coordinate his physical health needs through the University Medical Center. So he will have a team of doctors, both for his mental health, that'll come to his home. And then he and I will work on the physical health needs through University Medical Center, which is where he's currently receiving treatment.
Does that include transportation if necessary?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Chairman, I don't have any other questions. I'm prepared to vote.
Okay, Ms. Renatza?
So I do find that Mr. Bowles did violate the conditions of his parole as alleged. However, today, based on the plan that's been worked out by the Public Defender's Office, his current medical condition, my vote today is do not revoke, and that he be released to the transition plan worked out by the Public Defender's Office to address his medical and mental health needs.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Prater?
Sir.
And I also concur with Ms. Renatza, so that is what we will do. Good luck to y'all.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, we're still at Orleans Parish Prison, the parole board back in order. Time is 10:46. My name is Pete Freeman. I'm the acting chair along with Ms. Renatza and Mr. Prater. We're now here for the hearing on, and I don't know how to pronounce your name, last name, Mr. Cutler. So Mr. Cutler, would you state your name and DLC number for the record?
My name is AUSURE Collins, 753-777.
Okay, 753-777. That's correct, sir. Do you have your parole questionnaire with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you realize if you wanted an attorney, you would have to hire one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you don't want to proceed today without an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay, your case has been assigned to Ms. Renatza, so she'll handle the questioning. We have no one else here.
Good morning, Mr. Cutler.
Good morning, Ms. Renatza.
You are here today because we're here for a revocation decision.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're accused of violating the conditions of your parole supervision. And first of all is condition number 4, which has to do being involved in criminal activity. And this is what it says. You were arrested March 26, 2025 under NOPD for simple battery, battery on a dating partner, battery upon a pregnant dating partner abuse, child endangerment, battery on a dating partner, strangulation. On May 27, 2025, battery upon a dating partner first conviction was the only charge accepted. And I do see where that was non-prossed in October 9th of 2025. But how do you plead to violating condition number 4?
I plead not guilty.
Okay.
Can
And
you
go
tell me
ahead.
you can tell me what violation number 4 was? The
Say that
simple battery,
again.
right? Simple battery is a violation number 4, right?
Yes.
Oh, all right, not guilty. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so the next one has to do with your fees. Were you behind on your fees?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you plead guilty to violating
Yes,
that?
ma'am.
That's condition number 10. So we're just going to talk about the number 4 and the criminal activity. So we have the victim in this case is Brooks West, and we do have video camera footage that shows some injuries to her. You tell us what happened, knowing that we have video camera footage.
Yes, ma'am. Well, the only thing that really happened was we had a a verbal altercation, ma'am. And after that, I left the house. It said that when they asked me the question that I was arrested on the scene, I said I was arrested at the house, but not the day that it occurred. I was arrested a week later at the house. But all that really happened was a verbal altercation, and I left the house. And a week,
I
I
do
didn't
see where
even
you
know.
left the house after it happened, but how? So what about the injuries? And she was pregnant, and you for your child, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So she was she gave a very detailed event of the statement, which she gave the statement the day it happened. And she claims you punched her in her face and they could see where she had swollen eye and so on and so forth. And you're saying none of that happened.
To be honest, ma'am, the only thing, I never punched a closed face. I can admit that I did hit her open palm, smacked her on the side of the face, but it never got past that. I never choked her. I never had a closed fist or whatever, and I couldn't admit that, and I don't have any excuses for it because it was wrong. Anything, even though anything that happened that led up to it, they don't have make it right for me to act on that way of manner. And I'm not gonna lie, like,
I appreciate that. But do you have any contact with her now?
yes, ma'am. She was supposed to be on a Zoom meeting today, but on a paper it said from 7:15 to 8:30. So I guess
I think
that
she's
she
at
probably
work.
exited out or whatever. But I know somebody talked to her though, like 2 days in a row, like last week, a week and a half ago. I know someone did talk to her, but I don't really know after that. But I know someone did talk to her, and she said she was supposed to be here, but I don't know.
All right. Well, I don't have any other questions based on what I've read in the record and our conversation. So, Mr. Chairman, I don't have any other questions.
Prater, you have any questions?
Questions?
Okay, I have no questions either. Ms. Renata, we ready to vote?
Yeah, Mr. Cutler, my vote today is going to be to find you guilty of violating the condition number 4, which has to do with criminal activity, and to revoke your parole, and then to add a special condition whenever you are released that you have absolutely no contact with Miss West. None.
Mr. Prater?
Concur.
And I also concur, finding in violation of condition number 4. Today your parole has been revoked. You'll get paperwork showing you when your next parole date will be. So thank you and good luck to you. Okay, we're back in session still at Orleans Parish Prison. Now we're ready for the hearing on Douglas Williams. Mr. Williams, will you state your name and DOC number for the record?
Douglas Williams, 6th Street, 4418.
Okay, Mr. Williams, do you have your revocation questionnaire?
Excuse me, sir?
Do you have a piece of paper with you, a revocation questionnaire?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, do you understand you're not eligible for appointed counsel?
Okay.
All right, do you want to proceed today without appointed counsel?
Why my counsel not here?
Okay, you have retained counsel, you got a paid attorney?
No, sir. But my co-appointed lawyer who was on my case was supposed to be here. Her and the social worker.
Either one of them are here. Do you have any mental health history?
No, sir.
Okay.
So you were working with someone from the Orleans Public Defender's Office?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember their name?
Kaylin Gross. Kaylin Gross.
And they knew you had a revocation hearing today?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to her since September, but she was my lawyer. And we spoke about
In court, when you went to court?
Yeah.
Right.
For the charges, okay, that's different than this proceeding.
Now, we spoke about her being here. Whenever this day comes.
In September?
Here, but I haven't been able to get in touch with her.
Well, Mr. Freeman, I'm open to whatever he wants to do.
What do you want to do? Do you want to proceed today, or do you want to try to get in touch with these people to be at your next hearing?
We could proceed.
You want to proceed? Okay, let it be known for the record. The offender said he wanted to proceed without counsel. Okay, your case has been assigned to Ms. Renatza. Ms. Renatza?
All right, so Mr. Williams, we're here, as you know, for revocation decision because you've been accused of violating the conditions of supervision, and I'm going to read those allegations against you and ask you to enter a plea of guilty or not guilty, and then we'll decide what to do. So first is condition number 2. You failed to report or check in with your parole officer. Multiple attempts have been made to locate you in 25, but all have been unsuccessful. So did you report or check in with your parole officer during 2025?
No, the last time I talked to him was like the end of 2024.
Okay, so you're pleading guilty to that violation?
No, actually, no. Because he said he came to my house.
So are you pleading guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
All right. But you just mentioned that the last time you spoke with him or made contact was in 24?
Yes, ma'am. With the first time me and him had met. But he said he came back to my house in February. But
It's your responsibility to contact them, not their responsibility to contact you.
I never knew that. Because they always told me that they were going to come to me and see me.
No. So, and you've been in jail since April.
April last year.
So between January and April, you made no contact or attempt to make contact. Have you ever been on supervision before? Have you ever been on supervision before?
Yes, ma'am. Like
So yeah, because you're a fourth offender, right? You're a fourth offender, so you know the rules.
No, but they always contacted me, man. Like honestly, every PO probation officer I ever had, they would call my phone if I had a phone, or they would call my mother's phone or something. But they would come to
Right,
my
and
house.
so you never reported to a parole officer ever. You never, in all these different periods of supervision, you never reported.
When I first get released, yes, I go down there and I talk to them.
Right.
Do the paperwork, start the supervision. But after that, they always came to me. Now, if they wanted me to come to their office, they would call me and let me know to come to their office. Other than that, they will come directly to me.
Okay. Well, let's move on. It's still, I think, I think you understand it's your responsibility to report as instructed. Let's talk about condition number 4, which has to do with criminal activity. And it reads, on April 12th, 2025, you were arrested for domestic abuse battery involving strangulation, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and domestic abuse child endangerment. Pending charges for domestic abuse battery involving strangulation and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle were now priced September 16 to 25. Count 3 was amended to disturbing the peace, and you were then sentenced to 3 months parish prison. How do you plead to violating condition number 4, which is the involvement in criminal activity?
Not guilty.
Okay. And the victim in that case is Myra Robinson. Do you have any contact with Miss Robinson now? Since then,
ma'am.
rather?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Based on what I've read in the police report, there were noticeable scratches and bruising on her neck and face and so on and so forth. So there were visible injuries that she sustained.
That's what they said, but where's the evidence? When we went to court for them to bring the evidence, no pictures or nothing. So all they was trying to say I was guilty of it because of what somebody said.
You pled guilty to disturbing the peace as part of a deal. Why'd you do that? If you say
I was
nothing
trying to get
happened.
home to my kids, man. I have
I'm
5
sorry?
kids. I was trying to get home to my kids. I had already been in jail 5 months. I was trying to get home to my kids. My oldest son, he autistic. And he had around that time, he had just caught a light seizure. So I was trying to get home to my kids.
All right,
But
Mr.
think about it, if I was guilty, or they had,
I read you. You wrote all that in the. I saw that in the preliminary hearing and that argument already, in what we received from you. So I don't have any other particular questions. Thank you, Mr. Williams, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Prater, you have any questions?
No questions.
Okay, I've read it all too. I have no questions.
All right.
Mr. Scott, you ready to vote?
I am prepared to vote, Mr. Williams. I do find you guilty of violating condition number 4, battery, being involved in the criminal activity as evidenced by the information contained in the police report and the fact that you pled guilty in court to criminal activity. My vote today is to revoke your parole.
Mr. Prater?
Both condition of 3 and 4. I think he knew he was supposed to report too.
Yes.
Myself, I find him in violation of condition number 3 and 4. Today, your parole has been revoked. You get paperwork in the mail. Good luck to you, sir.
May I say something before y'all make y'all final decision?
We already did it.
Now, my parole officer said that he came to my house
Okay, we're back at Orleans Parish Prison. My name is Pete Freeman. I'm the acting chair, along with Ms. Cheryl Knotts and Mr. Steve Prater. We're here for the revocation hearing on Victor Gaines. Mr. Gaines, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Victory Gaines, 106774.
Okay, we've had a hearing on you already, Mr. Gaines, and it seems that what we had ordered can't be fulfilled. So your case has been assigned to Ms. Renatza. Ms. Renatza, would you lead in any questioning?
Mr. Gaines, yours is a complicated case. You were granted parole in 2012.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you had a revocation hearing in, let's see.
October.
Well, before that, it was in, you were given the opportunity to go to the sober living facility.
Yes, ma'am.
Breaking chains, I think, chains. And the last thing, then I see in October, the board said because you were kicked out of breaking chains, you were ordered to live at the sober living facility for a minimum of 1 year, and that's why you appeared back in October. They gave you another opportunity to allow you to go to Steve Hall program, which is a DOC facility, and they were not able to accept you because of your health issue, medical issues.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have anything. I don't have any questions of you. I read what happened to you and why you were kicked out of the breaking chains. Just doesn't seem to me like you want the help.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I initially did problem with breaking chains because it wasn't handicap equipped. And I was trying to get out. I tried to contact my parole officer and the supervisor for a whole week, but I couldn't reach them. When you gave the rundown right there, you repeated that twice. But you said the sober living and breaking chains is the same place.
Same thing. I know that.
I was see they have my medical.
It had, listen, Mr. Gaines, you can say what you want, but I have the record, and I know that at the breaking chains there was other things involved in the reason why you were asked to leave. So I'm not going to go into that with you or on the record. I think you need some substance abuse help. And the only way I can be assured that you get that is for me to revoke your parole and ask DOC to put you out of facility that can accommodate your disability and medical needs, while at the same time giving you some substance abuse treatment because you need it. So, Mr. Chairman, I don't have any other questions. That is my vote.
Okay, Mr. Prater.
Sure.
Okay, and I also concur, Ms. Renatza, with your recommendation. So today your parole has been revoked, and we'll get you to a DOC facility where you can get some help.
You'll be able to reapply, Mr. Gaines.
You can reapply. They can send you letters. We're closing out at Orleans at 11:22.
Is that it for today?
I think.
Can I say one thing, please?